Joe Rogan was left stunned during a recent episode of The Joe Rogan Experience after hosting Joseph D. Pistone, the real-life FBI agent who infiltrated the mafia under the alias Donnie Brasco. The former undercover agent shared jaw-dropping details about his 6-year infiltration of one of America's most dangerous crime families, revealing that the operation exposed more than $50 million in mafia operations and forever changed organized crime in the U.S. Pistone, now in his 80s but still sharp and composed, sat across from Rogan as he recounted the harrowing mission that began in the late 1970s. Disguised as a jewel thief named Donnie Brasco, Pistone embedded himself deep within the Bonanno crime family, gaining unprecedented access to the inner workings of the mafia. His undercover work led to more than 200 indictments and over 100 convictions, and ultimately unraveled a criminal network worth tens of millions. Rogan, known for his calm demeanor and ability to absorb even the wildest stories, appeared visibly shaken at points during the conversation. "Wait, you were around murderers every single day for 6 years?" he asked, his eyes wide. "How did you even sleep at night?" Pistone admitted that the risk was constant. "Every single day could have been my last. If they had even a suspicion I was law enforcement, it wouldn't just kill me. They'd make sure no one ever found my body," he said. "You live like a ghost." The most jaw-dropping moment came when Pistone revealed just how much illegal financial activity he witnessed firsthand. "People don't realize the scale," he told Rogan. "Through gambling, extortion, loan sharking, hijackings, and union racketeering, just the Bonanno family alone, I watched them move over $50 million during my time inside." Rogan, stunned by the numbers, sat back in disbelief. "That's a movie. That's not real life," he said. $50 million? That's corporate-level crime." Pistone detailed how his access allowed the FBI to build one of the most extensive cases in the Bureau's history. At one point, he was so deeply trusted that the Bonannos considered him for full induction into the mafia, a moment that would have made him the first FBI agent in history to be offered a position as a made man. "That's how close I got," he said. "They were ready to have me take the oath, and if I had, I'd have had to commit a murder to seal the deal. That's when the FBI knew we had to pull the plug." The operation, codenamed Sun Apple, sent shockwaves through the entire mafia hierarchy once it was revealed. They didn't just lose soldiers, they lost control. It destroyed trust across the 5 families, Pistone explained. They started suspecting everyone after that. Guys who'd been friends for 20 years suddenly didn't trust each other. The emotional toll was also significant. Pistone told Rogan that he missed birthdays, anniversaries, and years of his children's lives while living under a false identity. "You're not just giving up safety," he said. "You're giving up your life, your family's peace, everything." Rogan, who has hosted hundreds of guests from all walks of life, called the episode one of the most mind-blowing interviews he's ever done. "That wasn't just a story. That was real history from a man who changed the game," Rogan said near the end of the episode. "We think of the mafia as something in movies, but Joe lived it, and he lived to tell it." Social media lit up after the interview aired, with many calling for Pistone's story to be revisited in new documentaries or feature films. While his life has already inspired the 1997 cult classic Donnie Brasco starring Johnny Depp and Al Pacino, fans now want a modern retelling that includes details only recently declassified. One viral post on X read, "Joe Rogan just interviewed the real Donnie Brasco and my jaw is on the floor. This man brought down a $50 million criminal empire and lived to talk about it. Absolute legend." Another added, "The craziest part? The mafia trusted him more than their own blood, and he was FBI the whole time. This is better than fiction." Despite his age, Pistone remains under federal protection to this day. He lives with a permanent alias and rarely makes public appearances. Rogan's podcast marked one of his most candid and detailed interviews in years, a rare look into one of the boldest law enforcement operations in U.S. history. By the end of the episode, even Rogan could only shake his head in awe. "You weren't undercover," he told Pistone. "You were under fire every day for 6 years. That's not a job. That's war."